plenty of rain and get the fertilizer in, and hopefully the grass will turn greener.
You can't be heard.
Stop mumbling.
I think you're going to have to pay.
I really don't have anything else to report. The board has everything in there.
Okay. Board reports. Commercial Development Town Center. Jack.
Steve.
For the past couple of weeks, I've been thinking of an immigrant Russian comedian that used the punchline, "What a country." To paraphrase his saying, I wish to say, what a community. This past vote, you've broken all records with the amount of total votes and the percentage passed. Just to give you an idea what you did. During the last national election, 57.5% of the registered voters voted. In RiverWalk, 74.5% of you voted. In the last election, national election, the winner got approximately 51% of the votes cast. And in this last election, we had 77.3% of the votes cast were yes. It was an overwhelming thing on behalf of the community. It was a mandate that your directors heard. And what I'd like to do tonight is to introduce you to the man that's going to lead our new and remodeled RiverWalk Cafe into the 21st century. Rich Hardy, come on up and meet your neighbors.
Thank you, Jack. Good evening. I didn't know that this was actually live. I thought it was taped and edited, so pardon me out there in TV land. First, I want to say thank you. You know, it was touching. I mean, it was incredible. You know, as Jack said, you know, I feel the love. We feel the love here. The community itself is an incredible community. It's, you know, I've done a lot of work in a lot of communities as far as catering goes over the last 20 years, and I mean from, you know, from high end to low end to midway. You know, I've met with a lot of board of directors and doing proposals for many of their events. And, you know, first of all, this community is absolutely incredible. Jeff Green is an incredible guy that keeps your community pristine as it is. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Your board of directors is phenomenal. I mean, there's harmony, and the vote's over. So you know, I don't have to say all this, but you know, there's harmony in here. There's not guys screaming and yelling at each other. I mean, they agree to disagree, you know, and that's okay. But you know, the community itself is well put together and well organized, and my staff and I are really looking forward to continuing to be a part of it. You know, I know that there was a tremendous amount of people that voted yes, an overwhelming amount of people that voted yes, and we really appreciate that. You know, and then there were some that voted no, and in my opinion, I've always said it, you're allowed to vote no. It's a democracy, you know, and that's why you have a vote, you know, for that reason. So, you know, even, you know, somebody came up to me and said to me, congratulations, Rich, you know, on the vote, wish you the best of luck. And I said, well, thank you very much for your support. They said, don't get me wrong, I didn't vote for you, I'm just congratulating you on it, you know. But I thought that was nice, you know. You know, to come up and say that to me. So, but, you know, just to kind of give you, going forward, kind of a timeline of what we're going to do and what we're doing. You know, we already started to prime the paint that's in there. And over the next week or so, we picked out some colors that we're going to start, you know, doing some painting. I was hoping to finalize the furniture package today, but I just couldn't get down to Broward, so I hope to, you know, finalize the furniture package tomorrow for the main dining room area of furniture, fixtures, and equipment. So, you know, over the next couple of weeks, you'll start to see, you know, some of the changes going in that way. We are having some shelves built, for the walls for display. We're looking at doing some flooring where the carpet is, we're bidding that out to see if we can, do the change on that. All of the gondola shelves, the 2 gondola shelves there are going to be removed and replaced with some additional dining tables, some seating areas, and we will have, some shelving, more decorative shelving than the gondola shelves for the convenience items, that we carry. My staff and I, everything that I do, whether it's picking carpet, choosing paint, doing menu items, redoing a menu, I involve my staff. I'm a firm believer of empowering my staff and giving them a sense of ownership. It works good for me, it helps me, and the bottom line is that if I give them a sense of ownership, they own it, they're accountable for it. So I'm real grateful to have the staff that I have. They have been chosen by me, some going back 6, 7 years ago that have been working for me. Some have only been, I kind of inherited some of the staff, but I will tell you that I don't use the word I too much. I use we, I use team, I use our, and my staff is more elated than I am over this whole, voting that went on. So I want you all to know that, and it was important that they wanted to let you know that as well, that we want to be a complete part of this community, whether it's for events, whether it's your group doing fundraising, whatever it may be, we want to be a complete part of it. We don't just want to be, the guys in the diner, the guys in the cafe. If we can ever be of any assistance to you in anything, there's many people here that just call us up and they're not feeling well and they need dinner, or something, or, they have no problem calling us and we have no problem bringing it to us. But our staff wants to be part of this community.
Rich, I
Yes.
need them to put up my hurricane shed.
No problem, I'm on it. I'll send my wife. I don't want to take up that much time. I do have a long list. But anyway, we appreciate all the business that you give us. We appreciate the events that you involve us in. My staff appreciates the business as well. I just want to let you know a few little things behind the scenes that, I don't tell a lot of people. A lot of people come in and have been coming in and say, Richard, we really enjoy the soups. They're absolutely incredible. And we've been running a sale on the soups, 2 for 1. And, we just get high raves. And people come in to me and say, Richard, you make the most incredible soup. Folks, I don't make the soup. I got to confess. I haven't made the soup in probably 6, 7 months, but they are my recipes. But I have a great girl in the back. Her name is Doris. She makes the soups. Every once in a while, I do make the soup, but she makes my soup. She's been working for me for 6 years. She knew nothing about the business before. I taught her everything there is about the soups. So the fact of the matter, I don't make the soups, guys. I'm real, I got to fess up, and I got to come clean on that. So, but please enjoy the soups. And her name is Doris, and she does a great job. The catering, a lot of people have been ordering catering, and people are starting to book some, this weekend I got a couple of football. They want, cold cut trays, and you did such a great job, Richard. I love the way you made the meat platter. Another thing, folks, I don't do the catering. George does it.
What do you do?
George, well, that's the next question. So I just want to let you know that my team, is totally involved in what we do. Any cold cut trays that come out of there, meat trays, salad trays, 95% of them are made by George. Okay, but I appreciate everybody's confidence in it, and thank you for your kind words. Now, any hot foods that come out for catering, I do that. So I just want to let you know that George and Doris are two really, really key people in my organization and have been with me for many, many years. George comes to me with a lot of experience. He worked for many years with Flakowitz, and prior to that with 3Gs. He's got a real strong background in catering, if anybody knows those restaurants, and I'm real happy to have him and Doris on my team. So, I feel a lot better now. We know, that we have a captive audience. And we know that we want to make everybody happy, and we will do whatever it takes to make you all happy. And we'll do anything. I mean, that's the God's honest truth. There's many people in here that say, Richard, you know what, I'm really not fond of next week's menu. I appreciate it if you wouldn't run it again, because I enjoy coming here with my friends, but I'm not going to come here because I don't like your menu. Well, the fact of the matter is simply I'll ask, what do you want? Well, it doesn't, you can't do it. Well, what do you want, And they'll say to me, well, I want this. Okay, well, come in Thursday night, and I'll guarantee you have it, A gentleman asked me last week, well, I don't want that. Well, what do you want? Well, I want a nice, thick ribeye steak. Okay, what time are you going to be here? That's what we do, and that's what we're here to do for you guys. We will accommodate you in any way that we can. Because you know what, if I'm on the street, if I have a restaurant on the corner, and I don't make you happy, I lost you as a customer. But that's okay if I lose you as a customer. It's not okay, but I can make it up because I can advertise a little bit more. I can make the next person happy who's going to bring a friend, and I have a new customer. When I lose a customer here, I've lost you for life. You're never coming back in. And I can't replace you with somebody from the street. I don't have that luxury. So we are here for you. We don't want any unhappy customers. If you don't like our food, let me know. And we'll fix it. We don't want anybody to leave unhappy. I need you to be sure, that I'm real, real clear on that. Okay, now getting into a little bit of a personal situation that had arose. And I'm not going to get that far into it because it is personal. But, many people know that I did own a restaurant in the last couple of years. And many people have known that I did own a large catering company called Meals of the Century. When I came out of healthcare, I founded a company called Meals of the Century, and this company was designed to do home-delivered meals for seniors. In 1999, I started this company. I started it as a private pay business with a little store at the gates of Century Village in 1998. And then with the intentions that I was in the healthcare business and I was billing Medicare and Medicaid, with the intentions that I was going to create a Meals on Wheels program that really didn't exist in South Florida. They were kind of using a catering, but not like up north where the Meals on Wheels is done in church basements and temples and hospitals and is delivered by volunteers. Really didn't have this program here. So I founded this company. I started it out. And I did it as a private pay, which worked really, really well. Since I was billing Medicare and Medicaid, I knew some key people there, and I went to them. I said, what's it take to get a contract? Well, there is no contract because we really don't have a program. I wrote a business plan on how to do it, submitted it to the state, and said, I can do it this way, I can do it cheaper, and I can do it better than what you're doing. So I got the contract for 5 counties here, and then grew in advance. And over a 12-year process, ended up getting 47 of the 62 counties in the state of Florida. I was producing 68,000 meals a week for the Meals on Wheels programs. In 2008, over the years, obviously, as you grow, I was courted by a couple of companies to purchase me. One was a large insurance company that was a good customer of mine. In 2008, I panicked. The price of gas went to $4 a gallon. And being that I was on contract, I can only charge X amount. I entertained an offer. It was real well. It worked as a great buyout for me, and I sold the company. The company I sold it to was very, very happy, and I was very, very happy. So, during that time, from 2008 to 2010, I took I know I'm on the time, took a little bit of time off and kind of did some investing in some other things. And then in 2010, I decided that I was going to change everything, how the economy was. When every restaurant in the state of Florida was going out of business, I decided decided that I was going to show them how to do it, and I was going to open up a restaurant and be successful, you know. But for a lot of different reasons, I wasn't successful. I had landlord issues, we had economy issues. I live in a cancer cluster. My daughter was one of the sick kids. So we had a lot of issues, you know, as well as making poor decisions, you know, on my half. I went out of business. I closed the business. I broke my lease. My landlord was suing me for